Nuthatch walks up the dry bark of an elm by a 126-year-old barn where generations of honeybees tenant. How to quiet the distant cars, growling like sundry chainsaws, and a river of noise in front of an elderly house, drowning genteel birdsong from the backyard earthworks amphitheater, where Quaker Creek can no longer resist this summer drought. Yellow-brown leaves do not weep, but fall, autumn scent without cooler air and sharp color. Days before, a visiting black bear, no cubs, heavy legs painted in dried mud, deer flies worrying his large head, wandered to the only pool left near a curve in the creek, submerged most of his black torso, cool black water. When our eyes met, I saw centuries of history, few humans, no cities, no electricity, and raw pastures of emotion that were colder landscapes of a post-ice, cleaner air, copious tracts of pines and oaks, until the nearby property owner, a man of wealth and control, screamed, "A bear!" ran up to his porch to huddle in the shadows, calling police. I walked closer to the Bruin, told him to leave, and he trudged south through the creek, perhaps up in the cemetery, from where the police watch my family for the brave, wealthy neighbor.
This is about Klaska and Frederick, who Klaska invited me to come here to write, and I used to go in the back and write in the wintertime. It was very cold, and I wasn't very inspired. You kind of see how I write. And so instead of writing ethereal poems and relaxing, and I was writing about Icarus being in Atlantic City. So I don't know that they would have approved of that, but Klaska approved of me, so that was all that mattered to me. She had bunny rabbits, and she told me once that I reminded her of a bunny rabbit somehow. Yeah. So this was after Lucas's dad died, but before Klaska had died. Pacem and Terris for Klaska and Frederick. When her beloved dies, Klaska goes out to the hutches he has built for the rabbits, the coops he has built for their doves. She brings extra petals and fresh clover. The purple flowers are sugar-laden sweet. She holds her hands out flat, palms up, and the rabbits take the offerings. This will be a special day for them, too, the day they are released. No stigmata appears on her palms. What questions they will ask on a beautiful day. The Wawayanda River churns buttermilk from a spring filled with thunder. He is buried among the bones of wild rabbits that come out at night. Shadow hares, she calls them. A last painting has 3 of them looking up like wise men. His gallery is dull with pollen from a summer filled with rain. Klaska lights candles where fire doesn't wave in a breeze. Tomorrow is a work day. Cars will line up bumper to bumper to return to the madness. Meanwhile, shadows hop among tall grasses next to a hutch not flattened by rain.
Now this one is a building that some of you may have passed on the way here, and their great patron, St. Anthony at the Community Hospital. I thought I saw the statue of St. Anthony flinch beneath drifting orange maple leaves, sky-gray clad, raindrops glistening on his immortal face. Did the sparrow perched on his sepia shoulder whisper to his metallic ear? He freezes at night, grows beards of December white, shaved clean in morning sun. Ice fangs hang to rival vampires of commerce whom he'd once condemned in Europe, but now witnesses along Main Street ever since his casting birthday and the morning he found his dark pedestal perch. His habit is ironed and mended by wind and rain. He does not sweat in July fire. Ah, St. Anthony, so far from Lisbon, from Padua. With your lily and book, you bless the pregnant women and the miracle of my sister's baby born in your hospital. You are not Francis, but finches and squirrels find you at sunrise. You are invoked by the faithful for misplaced keys to doors of homes. I invoke your patience and guidance for lost purpose. Help me find it, St. Anthony. I live like one of your acolytes, copying copious texts at night, wandering and proselytizing to untrained masses and whited sepulchres alike. Guide me from the book to the lily, out of my exile, for I seem to have lost my wife.
St. Francis and the Apostle for Galway Canal. The delicacy of the fingers on a bud can unlock a flower, or the mind with the nub of a pencil, and so to remind the misunderstood, cagey, wizened old man. St. Francis placed a grape in the hands of the apostle, as if he were giving holy wine, the blood of the divine. Then his mind was freed, and the sorrowful creature was unlocked, and the possum recalled how he had harmed no one. He felt acceptance twitch in his prehensile tail, throughout his bare, bristly body, the tips of his delicate human fingers. He was cursed with a devilish snout full of moon-jagged teeth. But now he knew his place in the world, his infinite ability to hunt and contribute to his kind, his mind full of animal business. And he sighed and found forgiveness in the forest and his lovely animal self.